to really. He has to be very careful on how he approaches because Falcon can just combo into knee as easily as just a combo can. But we see Drewtwo going his main, the DDD with Horchata going Captain Falcon on Town and City of all places.
I don't know who I like this pick for, because I feel like both characters benefit a lot, because I feel like Falcon will be able to extend his combos really well with all the platforms and instant double jump tech, which I think Horchata knows. And Drewtwo seems like he would like this stage because of the high blast zones. He's able to live for a long time and abuse his ledge trapping way more, as we're seeing. Already at 60% off a single ledge trap scenario.
Yeah, that was incredible play by Horchata the first couple seconds of the game. And right now you see that both players are just going at it, not even really being patient. They're just going tit for tat right now. They're both constantly throwing out hitboxes, making sure that one of them gets hit. Missing the weak hit of Nair into back air is going to send Drewtwo off stage. Horchata sitting at 105 with Drewtwo at 117. And with that high ceiling is really going to benefit both players because, oh, well, that up tilt is definitely going to take that stock.
I think one thing I would like to see from Horchata is a little bit more baits in his kills, because he seems to be throwing out a lot of up smashes and back airs to try to get the kill, but Drewtwo is playing very defensive and are ready for all of those. So I'd like to see a little bit more movement baits like that to make him have a little bit easier kills.
Oh yeah, that's very true. Right now you see that both players are.
And wow. The kill for Drewtwo at 60, that's crazy.
Yeah, incredible play and awareness by Drewtwo, just being able to utilize that bait and punish tactic that Dedede is just so good at doing. You see him how he's just able to edge guard like crazy. And Falcon being just a rush down character is really going to help with Dedede's ability just to bait properly and make sure that if Falcon overextends that he can just retreat back with Gordo or make sure that he doesn't get hit by anything too dangerous. But with that up B is going to take the first stock off of Drewtwo.
And as we know, Falcon's a very explosive character. One grab and he could probably hit multiple combos that could just kill at 0. So we'll just need to see if Drewtwo knows the DI to get out of those.
Oh, definitely. And right now you see that both of these players are still not letting up on the gas pedal, and you see Horchata missing the knee, but still 71%. He can just easily get a good conversion off of that. And right now, just getting edge guarded. With that fair, it's going to not take it just yet.
Seems like Drewtwo is very stagnant on his game plan. He's not going to differ from it. He knows exactly what he wants, and he's going to continue to execute it, as we've seen there. He refuses to overcommit, which is very good on his part.
Yeah, perfect up air by Drewtwo, solidifying that first game win.
I wonder what we'll see from Horchata, because you don't want to go a big stage because of the fact that you'll get zoned like Kalos. So Kalos and Town are probably not on the roster. PS2 also. But I don't think you want to stage with no platforms like FD, because Falcon struggles to land often and you'll get juggled very hard by Dedede because he has very, very good hitboxes and is able to throw out Gordos to cover a lot of options. Maybe like Smashville or Battlefield is what I'm thinking, because then Horchata will be able to sit on their platforms more and wait for Dedede's landings to punish it, because Dedede has a lot of landing mix-ups, so being able to sit on their platform will help you punish them more, and it'll get you away from things such as Beer versus Inhale.
Oh yeah, with the multiple jumps, that's really going to be such a pivotal thing to know in the matchup. You need to know how many jumps Dedede is going to have and what he's going to be coming down with, because he could easily just nair or air dodge. But we're going to Yoshi's story. This is a stage that has been known for Mario mains to be one of Mario's best stages.
And Dedede is a very slow-paced character that has very bad disadvantage because of his big weight and slow air dodge. So there's going to be a lot of stuff such as this dying very early.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Horchata using the ladder combo to get the first stock off of Drewtwo, realizing, oh yeah, this is gonna work perfectly for me. Taking him up to the top of the platforms and killing him with up B. Once again, possibly going to be doing it once more. Drewtwo is just trying to find a way to get around this. But with the constant barrages of aerials, it's going to be very difficult for him to do anything.
This is a really good position for Horchata because... actually, Drewtwo takes a stock. That's amazing.
Wow.
Now it's even closer because before Horchata could just abuse the fact that if they go to time, he will end up winning, and then have Drewtwo put himself in positions where Horchata can get early kills off of combos. Such
Oh
as
boy. Oh my. Incredible awareness by Horchata. Not going for up B, but mixing up that DI by going for down air of all things. And it's going to be able to solidify that second stock off of Drewtwo. And it seems like a very different game from game one, with Horchata just constantly with the barrages of aerials and them being, almost all of them being safe on shield is really helping Horchata in this MU.
And it seems like Drewtwo is actually doing pretty well in neutral, spacing him out. I think just the problem is that Mario is just so potent in his combos that Dedede does not have the damage to keep up.
Oh, that's very true. Right now, it's just Drewtwo's just trying his very best to weave in and out, but because of the constant barrages of aerials, it's making it so difficult for Drewtwo to get any breathing room. And with that F smash, not gonna take it.
Really good plays from Horchata. Knew that he left Yoshi's story open because Drewtwo thought he was trying to play Falcon, and then abuses the fact that this matchup is probably very bad for Dedede on the stage, and even kills him. I think it was at like 20%. Very hard position to come back for Dedede. This is a really hard position, I think, for Drewtwo because Horchata has multiple other characters. Like, he also plays, I think it is a Luigi, and he also has a Wario. So Drewtwo has to counterpick a stage, but then he doesn't know which character Horchata will be going, so it's probably really hard to counterpick as a character like Dedede, where he gets hard countered by certain characters. Because you would think an FD would be good because of the fact that he can space Mario out well and juggle him well. But then FD is very scary when you're playing against characters like Luigi, because then you can just die very early and you're not able to space out as well because you just get grabbed once and you die. So I guess maybe we'll see a more neutral stage, probably like PS2 Battlefield, small Battlefield or something of that sort.
Yeah, and if Horchata was to go Wario in this situation for FD, the amount of combos that Wario can do from one side of a stage to the other is kind of crazy. One of the sets that kind of rings back to me would be Nairo versus Glutoni, where Nairo had the stock lead, but it all went away in an instant, with Glutoni carrying Nairo across the stage into a waft to finish it off, and it was a beautiful thing. But we're seeing a crazy pick.
So I know this matchup is actually pretty hard for Belmonts because Belmonts want to space you out often, but their main spacing tool is cross and F-tilt, but both of Minmin's arms will consistently be able to beat that out. So I guess we'll have to see how Horchata is able to adapt. He can try to approach from the air, but I feel like Minmin will be prepared for that with her Ram, Nair, and forward air.
Yeah, for real. This is the longest weapon versus the longest arms. I can't wait to see how this matchup is going. And right now, you see Horchata is just doing such an amazing job. Ironic how Dedede was edge guarding him earlier, and you see Horchata just giving it right back to Drewtwo at this moment with 97 to 3%.
Yeah, one of the main weaknesses of Minmin is that she does struggle very hard on ledge because she doesn't have a lot of forward-facing options to get herself off, or fast frame data to box with. So Horchata's really taking advantage of that.
Yep, getting that delayed hit of down air into up B is definitely a true confirm and allows Horchata to get the first stock off. Drewtwo sitting at his second stock while Horchata sitting comfortably at 56. But with the Belmonts having somewhat of a readable recovery options, it can be difficult for them to get back, and all that Drewtwo needs to do is throw the Belmonts off stage and just edge guard with Ram.
Drewtwo seems to like using Double Dragon in this match, which I think is probably useful because it means that you can throw out an arm and then still have a second hitbox coming out at a different time, which will mix up parry timing for Horchata. And Belmonts are a character that needs lots of parries because of their lacking mobility to just get in off of shielding something regularly.
Ooh, yep. Perfect edge guarding by Drewtwo. Realizing that Horchata still had his jump, went back off stage to edge guard him twice with the arms. And right now, you see that even with 57% of damage racked onto Drewtwo, you see that they're both... It's not too bad of a deficit for Drewtwo at this moment. 71 to 31, it's not bad.
Yeah. especially as a character like Min Min, where you can take stocks very early off of edge guards, and Belmont is a character that has to tether often to ledge, and then something like Ram Ram will just destroy that recovery like that. 2 hits and he's dead.
Yep.
Drewtwo, knowing what options he has, and he's just abusing them really well. Now this
right
is really
now,
hard
this
because
could be Horchata's tournament life if he can't get this stock off of Drewtwo. Missing the confirm off of the down air is going to cause him to get sent right back to the ledge with 76 to 82. Getting that up B out of shield is going to allow more damage to be tacked on. Missing that F smash is just allowing Min Min to go further and further. Getting the Megawatt out, which is definitely one of the more lethal kills to Belmont at this moment.
we're seeing double dragons come out because soon probably. Because of the fact that Min Min is really good at using those to send like a straight angle out, which Belmonts can struggle to recover from because of their up B has no horizontal distance. So we'll probably be seeing that more often. So then you can cover both the up B and the tether at the same time.
Ooh, that's very true. And right now you see Ram Ram is back out 43 to 116. Has to be very careful on how things are going. Crouching just to make sure that he doesn't get hit by the dragon laser. And possibly this is going to be very interesting to see what happens in the net in this next interaction. Missing the edge guard attempt, both players are back on stage, making sure that they don't get hit by anything too lethal. 152 to 74. Both of these characters are at kill percent. If he's not careful, but that's going to be it.
That was a really good edge guard on Drewtwo's part, baiting out Horchata's air dodge and then punishing him before he could get his double jump out.
Perfect awareness by Drewtwo and clutching it out at that final game.
So now our top 4 are Whack a DK, Drewtwo the Min Min Dedede, King Robo the K Rule, and Enhanced PV Cloud. Those are some characters we don't get to see often.
Oh,